Welcome to my kitchen. I'm Tina. We're hanging with Frugal Tina. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you, thank you, thank you. You mean the world to me. I came for the fun. I stayed for the community. For those of you who are new, welcome to my kitchen. I hope you like what you see, and I hope you stay. So what are we going to do today? We're going to make a blast from my past. We're going to be making crescent roll apple dumplings. At least that's what I called them as a little kid. I used to make them when I was in 4th grade, so I'm going to share this recipe with you and my children today when they get home from school. So let's get right to it. Let's go heat up the oven because there's no pots to heat up today. Let's go, come on. All right, here's everything you're going to need for these crescent roll apple dumplings. You're going to need 2 cans of crescent rolls because I have 2 apples. Light brown sugar, vanilla, apples, butter, nutmeg, ground cinnamon, and Sprite or a lemon type soda. And that's it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna slice the apple and core the apple. Can't find my apple core, as usual, things are missing. So I'm just gonna slice it with a knife and then peel it. It's much easier that way. Also off to the side here, I have a little bit of ice water. I'm just going to, when I'm done with the apple, when I'm done slicing it, I'm gonna stick it in the water so that it doesn't turn brown. And we're gonna cut this into 8 slices. Okay, so I cut them down into 8 little wedges, and I'm just taking out the center. It's so much easier rather than trying to peel the whole apple when you get it like this, just to take the skin off. At least, oops, that was almost half the apple with it. At least to me, it seems that way. And then I'm just gonna drop these into the cold water. And I'm gonna repeat that until all the apples are gone. So there they are in the water soaking. So let's move on to the next step. Okay, so I'm doubling this recipe. So I'm going to tell you what the single recipe is, but just know that I'm doubling it for what you see. So it's to this bowl, you're going to add 3/4 cup of brown sugar. You're going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon and a 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. 1 teaspoon vanilla. I'm going to mix that together real quick. And then we're going to add the butter. I saw it crumpling up a little bit. Okay, to that we're going to add 3/4 cup of butter. And if you've been around for a minute around here, we don't use butter. We use COUNTRYCROCK vegetable spread or Aldi's version of. That's what I have here today, the Aldi's version. Okay, so you need 1 stick of butter, which is equivalent to 1/2 cup melted. And we're going to add that all in here. I have a full cup because I doubled my batch. We're going to mix that up and set it to the side. Okay. I'm real funny about things sitting out. I'm always thinking dust or something's going to fall in it. Okay. That's what we cut the apples on. So if it looks a little wet, it's just from me rinsing it off after the apples. So you're going to need your crescent roll. Let me get my other one. Here's the reason it wasn't out. Because dropped it and it exploded. So hopefully it's not dried out. It was only overnight. Let's hope. You know, let me let that sit and get to room temperature a little bit before I open that one. I always hate the breaking of these things. I don't like when it pops in my hand. I don't mind when it pops, when I crack it, or you use a spoon to push on the seam, but I don't like it when it pops in my hand. All right, so we're gonna unroll. We're gonna unroll the crescent rolls. Looks so yummy. I just want to eat the dough. So what you're going to do is you're going to get the little squares out. Not squares. They're not squares. They're triangles. Okay? And I'm just going to stretch them out a little bit because I want to put the apple in here. So you're going to want to put it at the end where it's the biggest. Okay? We're going to take the apple, put it inside. We're going to pull the ends up over it. Just a minute, please. Okay, so we're going to flatten it out. That one got a little wet from the apple. I was trying to dry it off. We're going to wrap it around the apple best you can and roll it up. And we're going to put these in seam side down. I might need a bigger dish because I am doubling it and I took out a single dish, but we'll see. We'll see if I need it. But I'm just going to repeat that process. Let's do one more and then I'll do the rest off camera. Okay, just spreading it out a little bit so I get the apple in there. Putting the apple inside. Hope you could see that, yeah. Gonna tuck it around the edges best we can. Probably shouldn't have sat these out so long because they're really, really soft. And there you go. And we're gonna put that in that pan. So I'm gonna finish these off and I'll be back. Okay, so I have them all put together. I did have to get out the bigger dish. How I ended up with an odd number of triangles, I don't know. But I'm just trying to organize them in here just a little bit before we get going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'm supposed to have 16. I guess that one that I pieced back together that got smashed, I ended up with an extra square, I guess. Okay, so what are we gonna do now? Seam sides are down. I don't really think it matters too much because I pinch it all together anyway just to make sure. So that's the best I can do right there with that. I can't think of a better way to organize these. I want to have a little gap in between them, but it's not happening today. All right. Anyway, onward, forward, stop the fussing. The mixture that we did before, I'm just mixing it a little bit more. It's all like sugary on the bottom. And we're gonna pour this right over top of our crescent rolls. Not even stick it to the top that much. All right, and then we're gonna add the soda. I really don't think I need the whole cup and a half because I see how much juice is in here, and I don't want my apples submerged. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. Hold on a minute. Okay. So I feel like there was way too much juice in there by doubling the juice. Sometimes when you double a recipe, you don't always have to double everything. And that made enough juice. So what I did was I poured a little bit of it off, and if I need it, I'll go back in. But I wanted to get all of the ingredients in here, and there was no way the soda was getting in there and still being able to cook and brown on top. So you want to put this in here, but you don't want to pour it over top because then you'll wash away all the sugar and everything that you put in there. And I'm going to stop when I feel like it's enough. But what you would do is 3/4 with 1 apple. 3/4 cup. I really think that's good, guys. So I'm going to put these in the oven for about 40 minutes. And then I'm going to check on it at about 30 minutes to see what it looks like. But it probably should take all of the 40 minutes. And the oven is preheated at 350. Oh my goodness, if you could smell my house right now. Woo! She's bubbling and percolating and all kind of things going on in here. Woo! Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, see it bubbling in there? Tell me that doesn't look scrumptious. All right, so I'm gonna let that cool for a little bit. There's no way we're eating that like that. And I'll be back when it's time to do the tasting. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. Well, hello, we're at the table. We're gonna try the dessert. I'm gonna use these 2 forks to get it out. So what is there one in particular that you have your eye on, Eric?
That nice big one right there.
That one right there?
So what is this delicious masterpiece?
This is called apple, oh, it's stuck to the side. Apple, give me a different one. There's a big one right here.
I'll eat that next.
Yeah. These are called apple dumplings. I used to eat these when I was little.
That's good.
It's a little doughy on the bottom, but that's okay. I'll take one from the center, I guess, too. This is really good served warm with ice cream on top. Oh, delicious.
Okay, let's see how this...
Right, you ready?
Apple
I think it tastes a little bit like apple pie. Let's see. I'll have to cut one open so they can see inside, but I'm not going to do that now.
Whoa, that's a big piece.
I know, me too. I got a big piece.
I ain't expected to rip off like that. I'll wait for you.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Ready, set, go. You know what that reminds me of?
It's good.
Mm-hmm. Reminds me of McDonald's apple pie. Yeah.
I don't know how to really say it.
He's not talking, he's just shoveling in.
Just good.
It's like an apple pie. I don't...
Better than my apple pies.
Yeah, right? Better the apple pies I buy, like frozen, you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, thought you were talking about my cooking. I was about to say. All right, guys. Well, this is delicious. This is a must try. So simple, y'all. So simple. I made this as a child. So when Eric figures out how to make it, he's going to realize it's very simple as well. So I hope you try it. I hope you like it. And I guess I won't be seeing you at the wrap up. This is it. I'll see you later. Bye. And there's the inside of the apple dumplings. Absolutely delicious, guys. I don't even know any other way to describe these apple dumplings. It's more like apple pie.
And it tastes as good.
Okay, here, Eric. Yeah, he can't wait for me to finish so he can eat the rest of them.
Oh, yeah. You know it.